Hello, we are back with another recommendation video, and today Dylan has a question for us. We need to get a Montec Air 903 case, at least 32 gigs of RAM, a 5700G, it's an 8-core 8-core 16 thread, my bad, and don't get a GPU of less than 16 gigs of VRAM. Well, let's see how much that will cost. Okay, so as you know, I like to do stuff based on a budget, so this is a cheap build for these requirements minimum. And the total is about $1,110, and that's with 0 warranties. And I will go over warranties, same as every other one. But starting off, we have the Montec Air 903 Max. A decent case, it has good space, and it comes with 4 total fans. One's coming to the background, right? Yes, okay. Haha! It comes with 4 fans for $75. It's a good case. So as I said in the beginning, this is all about budget building. So this is the 6800. It's a 16 gig. It's like the bare minimum for the required. 450. It's not bad in the slightest. And currently, if you go through Newegg, if you like Starfield, you get a $100 online code by the looks of it. I don't touch Starfield, so I have no clue about that. But if you're into Starfield and you're looking to upgrade, now might be the time. 450, and you get free stuff. So with the RAM, I went with Team T-Force Vulcan 32 gigs. It is 3200 megahertz, which is just fine. No RGB because RGB adds $10 to $15 on top of every price. So going no RGB for your stuff makes it cheaper. Then we once again are going to go with a Team Group 1 terabyte. Because currently they are still $36 and they are very reliable. And you could even, for the same price as currently, for the same price as that $70, you could spend $2 cheaper and get a 2 terabyte instead, but that completely comes down to you. I'm just doing what I would recommend, but either or, it's still a great option for storage. And going with the brand new Ryzen 7 5700G, 8-core, 16-thread, has good boost clock, and this one also does come with a stock cooler, so I will show a cooler I would recommend to pair with this, but for like the actual build itself, just go with the stock fan if you're looking for bare bone for spending money. But for power supply, we're going to do this around reliability, so the Corsair 850 modular I think is a great choice for this one. I personally really enjoy the modular power supplies because if the motherboard doesn't require all 3 of the CPU cords, I just have to plug 1 or 2 in and use 1 or 2 compared to having to plug in every single one. So it just saves you time overall. And the 850 might be on the high side. You could probably get away with the 750. I just would recommend going with the 850 because it is also $50 off right now, and you wouldn't have to upgrade from this for a while because I'm running a 3090 with a 5900, and I do just fine with an 850 watt. And finally, for the motherboard, we're gonna go with the Hey, god damn it! Take 2. And for the motherboard, we're gonna go with the Asus ROG Strix B550. It is a good all-around motherboard, and it is AM4 compatible, and it is straight up ready to use for 5000 series. So our Ryzen 7 5000, this should work. Fuck. Take 3. So for the motherboard, we're going to do the Asus ROG Strix B550. This one is just a personal favorite. It's ready up for the 5000 series, which is what our CPU is, so it shouldn't have an issue with it, and it does good DDR4 RAM. If you want a DDR5 RAM video, let me know. I actually don't use DDR5, and I don't plan to use DDR5 until DDR4 is no longer a good option. But until then... Okay, so depending on what you like for coolers, if you would prefer air than AIO, I'd recommend the Cooler Master Hyper 212. It is an all-around good one that a lot of people recommend. You can pick one up at like your local Best Buy, any tech store in your city. Or there is currently, I guess, a rebate making it $30 instead of $50. Currently with this video, I have no clue when that will expire because I can only control right now. However, if you do prefer radiator cooling instead, which they're good, and basically for the same price, you can get the Frostflow 240. It is a good cooler all around, and it's once again something I am using in a client's build, and they are really happy with it. Reached out to me, by the way, found a computer made. They're really happy with it. It's a good cooler for any decent gaming. You don't need a 360mm for something like this. If you were doing, I think, stuff really high-powered, yes. But that also comes down to what are you using the computer for. If you're doing, like, gaming and watching shows, a 240 should do just fine. If you're rendering and doing so that's going to kill your CPU with heat, get a 360. That just will all come down to what you are doing, though. And so, for the grand total for everything with no warranties, it will come out to 1,076 with shipping not with shipping, with promo codes. And I would like to reiterate something from the last video. I thought that you needed to get protection plans for your power supply. However, that is not the case if you go with a specific one. I cannot say for everything, but I know for Thermaltake and Corsair at least, they come with 5-year protection. Like, from the company itself, as long as you have the box and you can get the numbers, you can get it done. I have my brother's PC I'm working on, and it just completely blanked. The power supply died. I'm getting it RMA'd, so you don't need a protection plan on that. However, if you wanted a protection plan, the stuff that we always go over in videos, the cost is going to be. So with the protection on everything that we normally go over, that is the, like, you should get protected for at least the 3 years, you're going to look at about almost $1,200. But for a 8-core 16-thread and a 16GB GPU, this isn't a bad rig. This should be able to handle mid to maybe high tier low settings, or medium at high. Again, I can't do any like actual specs for these because I'm not a big company. I don't have just hundreds of dollars to build $1,200 computers every 2 to 3 weeks and get videos out on that stuff, but I hope to in the future. If there are any other like building guides, building requirements you want to go off of, let me know, and I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for any more scam sites that are going to try to kill your wallet. But my name is Dem, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great day.